Hey guys, wanted to share this game with you. This is the first successful outing of the Bonetti Defence played against a human being, and it's in a full rated 10-minute rapid game. I happen to have the black pieces. Now what I'm thinking is, considering the movie reference that Inigo Montoya says, you're playing the Bonetti's Defence against me, to the man in black. So I'm thinking, and a lot of openings that are defences, right, like King's Indian Defence, are played with the black pieces. So I'm thinking maybe this might be an opening to play as black against e4 or e5 or pretty much anything else, because it's very kind of quiet and conservative to start with. The thing is, you have to remember you're playing on the queen side. Okay, so you're playing you start on the right side of the board and then go to the left, but that kind of breaks anyway. So we start with the queen side here. So we have e4 by my opponent, Skovakevich, 1995, from Canada apparently. He brings out his knight. So I mean, already, I mean, I'm not happy when I see openings like this if I've got the white pieces. I'm thinking, what is my opponent up to? So in the game, he plays a very, very standard and solid opening. So here I push d6. We'll look at the analysis later. Obviously, he grabs the centre with t4. I put my knight in there. He brings his bishop out. This is all very, very standard stuff. c6. Okay, so here, interestingly, it's the first... when I first tried this out in Blitz, I had a couple of games where I'd pushed the a-pawn, and then I had a queen-bishop barrage. Queen backed up the bishop, and then the bishop grabbed the pawn, right? So I thought, well, maybe we shouldn't be pushing a6. But the computer actually disagrees, weirdly enough. I've just taken a very quick look at the analysis of the game. Now, in this game, I actually end up really on my arse quite quickly, but then managed to recover. So I put my queen in there, he castles, and I castle. Okay, so now the idea is throw the kitchen sink at him on the other side of the board. Okay, so bishop comes out, very, very solid defense. You would probably see this setup like this very often when you play such a quiet kind of start. Okay, so h6 is preparing this. I can't do that straight away because there's material looking at it. And now he starts his offensive on this side of it. He's only used 8 seconds of his time, interestingly. So I play a5 to block this pawn's progress. I don't know if it might have been better to let him proceed and then push. I don't know. We shall find out. But I do that, and then I block again. And he does. And this gives him this lovely little pocket for the knight to jump in. That's really annoying. So my queen has to retreat. Now he comes at me with more pawns. He's playing well. g5. So I'm trying to get counterplay on the king side now. Takes, and I push e5. He does have the opportunity on this very next turn to capture en passant, but he doesn't do that. Instead, he pushes his queen forward, coming after this pawn. Oh no, you don't. I like my pawn. And now he sacks a bishop. Weirdly, I recapture, queen capture. So he's got 2 pawns for his bishop, but now I get to harass the queen. Queen comes in here, attacking this pawn which was undefended, but knight h6 defends the pawn. Queen retreats now, and now I get to come at him. He's running out of space, and now can you see another move that attacks the queen here? Knight g4. The pawn can't take the knight because then rook takes queen. Okay, which isn't, too bad. He gets a knight and a rook for his queen, but then the king does get opened up, and I still have a queen, although she is currently indisposed. Okay, now I attack the knight and the bishop behind it. Knight grabs a pawn, so he's just given up a knight for a pawn, eh? Now we trade bishops, so I'm actually at +3 at this point in time, and yeah, now spent a little while looking for this move. So coming in, I'm attacking the knight, but I'm also attacking this pawn here, because this pawn is in the way of this pawn, which wants to come forward to release this bishop, okay? But it doesn't go on for too much longer anyway. He moves his knight out the way, attacking that pawn. I think, well, I might as well take a moment to retreat my bishop and protect that pawn. I don't want to get sucker punched on the queen side of the board. And now I think this was not a convincing move, because it allows me to play knight e3, attacking the rook and, more importantly, this pawn. And the next move is pretty much forced. But yeah, I actually thought he was going to play this, but he attacks the queen, and that's checkmate. Okay, so very, very interesting game. So what I'd like to do now is to find out, was it stupid, or what did I do to let him, as you can see on the graph here, he really was in a very dominant position, +3, +5, +7, +8 even at one point, and then managed to throw it away. So it's kind of happy at this point. It's got white +5. You can live with that. White is +5 in a lot of openings. +7 now, +6. He didn't like that one, white +9. Doesn't like that one at all, white +1.3. And after this, it's got white +1. Now that's workable. You can live with that as black. So then what happens? Castles? Yeah, very often says that castling at that point is not the right way to go, right? And I've seen that in multiple games as white when I've analysed this. So what did it want me to do? Yeah, strike out for the centre. So maybe that is the idea. Maybe we delay castling, or don't castle in this opening. We shall see. We shall see. Lots of fun. So e5 kind of looks good. How would the line go from there? It's kind of interesting though, isn't it? Because I noticed that we've got a bishop looking down towards the enemy king. We've got a queen looking down towards the enemy king. We should strike out for the centre and try and get this bishop lined up as well. Maybe that's the idea of the thing. So there you go. Just thought I'd share that with you, because the old Bonetti, the man in black opening, or someone's called it the Princess Bride opening. It's nice to see it actually get first blood out in the wild. So yeah, it's put a smile on my face. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. See you later.